monkey.
God.
The boss is going to start screaming loud noises.
Let go. Okay, yeah. Okay. So with that, we're going to get started with what's in the doc. Now, I may ask for people to give me other explanation or an additional description on what's written here, because some of the stuff kind of sounds a little, it can be a little short, and I don't understand what they mean. But other than that, we're going to just be discussing what's going on so that everybody's on the same page as we move forward. Okay? So number one, need official paperwork about our SOP. I'm going to assume that is pushing towards a jump SOP, or is there something else?
In general, shit needs to be lined out clear as day.
Where's
this coming from?
No,
just coming. So basically, we have old docs that haven't been up to date to what we're doing now, and we keep saying we revert back to that. That doesn't sort of make sense. So I'm saying we need to sit down, rewrite all the SOP to what we're doing now, change it to how we want, and then edit it so that our boys a lot below, all the boys below me have been getting questions, what do they do in ops? And they're like, well, fuck, I can't exactly explain that. So if we can write a clear doc, give it to them, and say, here, if you have questions, hand it to that, or go to COC.
Okay, I'll start working on that.
Regarding the mobility SOP, I already have a bare bones thing going. I believe it's in your blood or your DM's blood.
Okay.
The draft of it.
Yeah.
Could you send
Yeah,
it to
the
me?
shit.
Cadence?
Yeah, I got you. I paused in the middle of writing the getting to airborne deployment because I was wanting to do something joint with Dagger, but for those who know why I put that on hold, you know.
Is there anyone else who has anything else to weigh in on this topic? It's open forum, guys. Don't feel like I'm not sitting up here on a high horse with Funny on my right and Bug on my left and Narkin standing over my shoulder like a gargoyle. And we're not going to listen to you
Narkin's
guys.
down the bottom. He's at the feet like a jester. That's where Narkin's at.
Whoa.
Okay.
Chill out.
I mean,
So-
obviously, if the task force thing goes through, things we do with
We'll discuss
Longbow
that.
should definitely be in there.
Speaking
We're
of which,
discussing that later.
Glenn, where the fuck are you at? There you are.
Wait till point 7, please, for point 7.
Well, look, it's
Hang
SOPs
on.
and that's SOPs.
number 2, I have a solution for blood, but you really need to explain 7 first for that to make sense.
So, 7 is okay. We're just gonna jump straight to 7 because fuck this.
Just move straight
Look.
to 2.
For you guys to understand, what's going on right now is Longbow over the last couple of months has been dying. Let's face it. If you look at the way they're performing in ops, to how many people are showing up, to how many people they are losing, they're fucking dying. ARC has been trying, as far as I'm aware, from battalion level, because Blind came to me about it, members of ARC have been complaining about not having their own main op, as well as desiring a more close role in special operations, aka Longbow stuff. So I created a document that is currently being worked on called the Centurion Task Force. It is not, and I will repeat this, it is not complete. And it may not even come into fruition.
As long as his main up is on a weekend, I'm fine with it. Which is
That's
probably
half
the
the
hard
problem
part.
is
isn't it?
timing. We need to do some kind of survey for that, but that's a
Right.
problem.
And again, this is still way up
User
in
in your
the
channel
air.
timed out.
It's not anywhere close to being done or official. This was originally designed to be a almost a forced catch-all of, hey, Longbow's dying, ARC can help try to solve things. Let's work together. The idea is that eventually, whatever the
Sorry.
something. Eventually, what will happen is ARF and ARC will figure out when their best time is for everybody, They'll link up, and when we go into a deployment, ARC will get priority on anything that is put towards a quote raider aspect. So espionage, infiltration, sabotage, HVT assassination, HVT removal, all of that stuff will be given to ARC as priority. The rest of the time, we're going to be running around with them as glorified chaperones. If the GC stuff that they've talked about doing with Longbow comes to effect, it'll be even harder for us because they're talking about using a survival. They're talking about we're going to have to deal with a map that we have no information on whatsoever. So we'll be relying on Longbow, who's going to be allocated to all of the information gathering, to do RP, to mapping out the area, to finding different convoys and things. ARC will be assigned to raiding those convoys to get us the supplies and finding safe campsites that we can hold to ensure we stay hidden. All of this stuff is up in the air still. All of this stuff is being discussed as we move forward, but it's also to push ARC and ARF closer together so that we can take some of that pressure off of each other.
When are we presenting this to battalion as a whole?
I believe, I don't know about time as a whole. Punisher wants a copy of what we have so far on his desk Sunday.
So, like that Monday, or do you?
No, Monday. There is no battalion meeting Monday. Yeah, and he just wants to see that there's actually something being worked on.
Okay.
Now, I went to the Longbow morale meeting with Sakai yesterday, and while there's a lot of people that seem to be on board for this, there are some naysayers. We all know probably who they are. But there's also a lot of not so much drive effort to do things. So we will see how it comes out. As long as we can say that ARC had all of our shit together, I don't care what happens with it. Yes, Draw.
Okay, sorry, I have to go because I have to go with a friend somewhere. There's just two things about this meeting not related to this. Is that fine if I bring it up?
Yeah,
I have to go pretty soon.
Okay.
Number one is there a backpack being worked out so that way we don't have to be forced to use the jetpack every time? That's one question.
No
backpack.
Not currently.
Okay, that's fine. Number two is how are we working on that fucking ARF? It doesn't have to be phase training. It should be just like an optional training. But like, how is the ARF phase training? Because they've taught me a lot of stuff that I didn't know.
Okay, are you asking if we're going to attend our phase training or
no? It's just like a training thing.
It's kind of like on 0.7 when there's a lot of stuff that ARF does that some of the other people don't know.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm going to go back to that. Get back to that in a second. I'm going to address your thing, Draw. Yeah, I'm going to address your thing, Draw, just so that you don't feel like we're skipping over it. The Seer/Raider training is phase 4, right, Sakai?
Yes. Yeah, it's a mix of phase 1 and phase 4. Phase 1 is where you learn how to do it. Phase 4 is when you do it.
We've already been given clearance, welcomed by Joey for us to attend. That has already been given to us if we so choose to go to do that. They are currently working on revising their SOPs and their internal docs right now, which is why we haven't started this whole thing yet, because both ARC and ARF will have to do things that'll be adjusting. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Okay. Additionally, there will be some things that Gladius specific will have to I don't want to say the word lose, but we will giving up to ensure that this goes smoothly. And some of those things include. Okay, I think I might have just lost you guys. Hello.
No, you're
Hello?
No, you're good.
Okay,
Hello.
my internet is acting like I just lost internet. That's why. Some of those things will be like long range and short range reconnaissance, or we will give up all aspects of having intel. Longbow would be the ones prioritizing intel, but at the same time, they're losing almost all aspects of radar. They're having to cut back and become the squishy snipers that we all know and love that they should be, while we have become the beefy boys that stand in front. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
Additionally, if this happens, which I'll be very excited for some reason, we will look into getting a ARC-specific backpack made. So if you don't want to run the jetpack, or we're doing a stealth mission where the white jetpack will stand out like a sore thumb, you will be allowed to use the backpack instead. Yes, Hog.
Just two things on that. One, so are we saying only for like longbow ops, or like in general that you can use the backpack?
So here's my thing, guys. We have a jetpack for survivability. To run, because let's face it, you can't run away from certain things, but you can fly away from them pretty damn quick.
Mm-hmm.
I get that some people get annoyed about it and they want to do something different. That's fine. So I'm going to put it this way. Whoever is in charge in the op, whoever is ARC lead in the operation, can decide, or among yourselves, whether or not they're running jetpacks. But if one ARC is running jetpacks, all of y'all running jetpacks. Does it make sense?
Question: what about if they're running with GI?
What do you mean?
Well, like you're
It's,
filling in.
it's the same thing. There's a lead arc in charge. It's the
Yeah.
person who went to platoon. There's
So-
always an arc in charge.
They're funny. It'd be like, so let's say that.
No, I get you. We're detached.
No.
we're in charge. But I'm saying though, if they're filling in,
Yeah,
shouldn't it be up to them?
There's. Oh.
What I'm saying is funny. Let's say it's me, you, Hog, Nark, and Drawl. We go to the operation.
No, you don't need to
And
break it
they
down.
tell
I understand
us-
that. What I'm saying is specifically, if we're filling in, can it just be up to the individual trooper? Because at that point, we're not working as ARC.
But well, technically we are, because we can get detached at any time.
Let's say, what if you? Yeah, that's what I was
Okay,
gonna say. It's
okay.
like, what if
So
you need
it's
to
the
detach
person
though?
who went up to the platoon lead and was asking, "Yo, what do you want us to do?" It's their responsibility to make
All
that
right,
decision.
cool. Let's move on.
All right, Drawl.
All right. Peace out, y'all. Love y'all. Take care.
My
Right.
See ya.
User disconnected from your channel.
One other thing with Centurion is eventually there will be, if Centurion becomes a thing, there will be an SOC, which is a Special Operations Commander. We are pushing currently for that to be Punisher. What that does is it alleviates the pressure on Longbow and ARC specific to provide all of the answers to everything.
I thought
if we go to-
the dude.
I was going to suggest myself to be it.
Mhm.
However, there have been multiple members of Longbow that have basically accused me of using this as an attempt to coup to overthrow Longbow.
There's nothing left.
So
Okay,
doesn't matter. I am trying to recuse
understand.
myself and
I understand.
support them.
Okay.
Look, guys, I get that some of us have some opinions here. So just bear with me, okay? With that, there will be some changes to how we operate. No, I agree. I agree with you. But there will definitely be adding some training stuff and joint operations and joint training specific with Longbow on that. Which does that help you go into number 3, or does anybody else have any questions or anything they want to add to Centurion?
So specifically number 3, that's what I was thinking. Most of the platoons, they don't have ops every week. They actually have FTXs every other week. We could do the same thing, and then there's your bi-monthly training without having to schedule a different thing.
Okay.
You know, assuming Centurion goes through.
Just do what Dagger does, and just so long as you either detach or go to another platoon's FTX, it counts as your training.
No, what I'm saying is if Centurion goes through, we're going to have a main op with Longbow. But like every other platoon, they don't go to ops every week. They have an off week where they do an FTX. That FTX can be our bi-monthly training, because we'd have a minimum.
They're changing the FTX thing. They're changing that.
What are they changing it to?
They might be doing back-to-back GC. They don't know yet. They're still working it out. Because Tito's changing it. Also, on 3, if Centurion doesn't go through, can we still enforce ARC trainings? Because a lot of people are at different skill levels here, and a lot of them don't know a lot of the shit. So I feel like we need to reinforce trainings for ARC, because I'm going to be honest, not all of us show up to the same ops, and not all of us fucking attend ops at certain times in the week. So I feel like there should be some sort of training that we should sort of encourage people to go to encourage to get used to the jetpacks like we did when we first started.
So I agree. What I would request then is for either one of us to reach out to a builder of some sort to recreate what Winters had for us, or we go through and figure out a obstacle course for us to use on a server somewhere.
I don't necessarily think we need an obstacle course, because I'm going to be full honest. Majority of that obstacle course didn't really apply to us, because half times we weren't doing jumps like that. I feel like we just need like mini training ops just to sort of take us out of our comfort zones and do that sort of shit, because we're all specialized in different areas. We all got different knowledge. We can sort of just start generalizing stuff. It will make a lot of transition smoother, like especially for the new guys coming in. They've got different talents. They got different aspects that they learned. So if we can sort of just generalize and show what we do and how we operate, we can sort of fill out those blank gaps.
Okay.
Plus, to be honest, we could probably just do a training on all this. Like, we just kind of need them to run together and have someone Zeus.
Okay. Get me some docs right up, and we'll do it. Give me ideas for training.
I'll get it when I meet started so we can figure out times.
Sure. Yeah, no, I agree. Does anybody else disagree with having trainings? Because I agree with them.
The training thing, no, that's fine. Question about the ops, because obviously we'll be having a main op if this goes through. I know there's definitely some people in here that will not be able to make a main op on Tuesday night every single night.
Gonna point this out here. If the Centurion goes through, that main op time is subject to change. Like, they will have to accommodate people. And we'll probably do what Flenley's doing here, where it's like, well, when can you get there? Like, what the majority is.
I personally think we shouldn't make it a mandatory main op unless we're actually called to do something, because we were designed not to do mandatory main ops, and a lot of the people in here still agree they don't want a main op as a force sort of thing. We're here to fill in and support. We shouldn't just be linked into forcefully do longbow stuff all the time.
Why don't we do this first? Let's get a poll going to see how many people actually want a main op.
But also, why don't we just make it so it's suggested so that you attend the main op, but if you can't, then just attend what you've been doing before?
Yeah,
well, it has never been a mandatory thing for us. Yeah. And while longbow would be our official main op, it would also not be mandatory for all ours to attend.
Okay.
That's what I want everybody to understand here is, like, if we have a main op, it'll be the one that most of us might attend if we can, because we'll be able to do some super special cool shit. Let's face it, we get to be super sneaky and maybe blow something up. However, if y'all want to still go to Broadsword 2 ops, go do it. If you don't want to go do that stuff that week, and go do something else. Like, the idea is, and because I know that Nomad, you ran with me the other day.
Yeah.
And Drawl, who's not here, and a couple of others. We went to one of the longbow ops. We did nothing, but we had so much fun because it was so laid back. Because all we did was hide under a bush and just keep watch to make sure nobody snuck up on longbow. A lot of the times we go to Broadsword and Claymore ops, and we are either A, running around like a chicken with our head cut off, and getting just blown from left, right, and center, not knowing what's going to happen next, to a slog where it's like, okay, I just built a trench and now I got to shut up, Hog. But like, I just built a trench and now I have to move forward 10 feet and build another trench and now I have to move forward 10 feet. It's just not. There's no enjoyment. Does it make sense to everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's to break up the monotony. So it would be encouraged for you to go to the official op, but if you don't want to go, don't go. Go to another main op.
Just to butt in here, can we switch off in Centurion, because there's other stuff in the doc that people suggested before Centurion, and I feel like we should get that out the way before we focus on that.
We're on number 3, Hug.
We're on number 3.
Oh, okay. It just seems like we went from 3 to 7, and it seems like we're just staying around Centurion.
I switched Centurion to 2.
Okay.
You went to
1 to 7.
break. We went from 2 to 3, and then you brought up main ops, and so that's where we reverted it back. Okay. We're moving to 4. What is battalion doing to us? What does that mean?
I don't know. Put it down.
Is this like, I don't know, people worried about what was talked about with us being broken down or anything? Because nothing on that front is being done.
I don't know.
That's all I am assuming that's from. I didn't write this. I have no idea. But
That's okay.
The only thing that I can think of for that is less of what are they doing to us, more of what are they expecting from us. Like, what are they... You know what I mean?
There could also be cleared up the SOP stuff, though.
Yeah.
We're going to move on to number 4, I guess, then. Or number 5.
Number 4.
Uniforms for trainees and shadowed troopers clarification. All right, look, guys. So, this has been a point of very weird contention here, because I have somebody who really likes the uniform and never wants to get rid of it, to someone who hates the uniform and thinks that we're being mean. So,
I meant to speak after you, not to you, after you. About this.
Did you say PTS, Hog?
No.
Bruh.
Blood go.
Look, the idea for this is that we're going to be going through and changing some things. However, if you are a trainee and you are, or even if you're in the shadowed trooper clarification, as soon as you hit trainee, before you become a full ARC, you wear the white uniform. As far as I'm concerned. If you're doing your shadows, you're not official ARC yet. You wear the white uniform. That is my opinion on it. Hog, go.
Alright, so after a lot of testing and talking with everyone, we're going to do, as Blood said, we're going to do the white uniform when you're a trainee. So when you get the fucking ARC trainee tag after your shadow phase in the Discord, that's when you wear white. Alright, you get to wear the full pauldron, karma, everything. When you're in your shadows phase, it's literally you wear like cadet, like the fucking cadet uniform, which has the green and all that. You get to wear that with the cadet shit like you're a CRC. You get to wear that, but you get no pauldron, you just get the chest ring. We've done this so that people know who's where in the fucking ARC phases, so it makes a lot of shit easier. And we're reviewing the stuff that they carry to make shit different.
Narkin.
Hog, can you send me a kit for that so I can just put it on?
Yeah, I'll give kits in the main op.
Fluently.
Makes life easy.
So the training phase I get because they're in ARC, but the shadow phase, like, they're in other detachments. They can't just wear our armor all the time.
No. This is when they're detached with us.
Yeah, when they're shadowing.
It's like when they're shadowing. So like anyone who it's called a ride along kit. If you got the ride along kit, you've just basically got
just
no
when they're
pauldron.
detached with us.
Yes.
Okay.
Cadence.
Mine was pretty much the same thing as Nargan's. Put the shit on the uniform doc so we know what it's supposed to look like and who's supposed to wear it.
Yeah.
Ditto.
All right, cool. Moving on. Update on TL spots and others still open. Okay, so we're not full yet. However, the idea was that once we were full, team lead spots would be available. Also remember that being shadowed helped to run the building gear. Not unless okay, we'll deal with that in a second. Fleming, go ahead.
So we're only missing one spot, and since there's a hole anyways, I don't see that we should wait to fill up to go ahead and do team leads.
Okay.
So
All right,
the issues we have uneven teams.
Well, yeah, but that can happen at any time if someone leaves.
Okay, so here's where we're going with this here, and I'll be meeting with Funley and Hog and Narkin on this as well. So no, team lead spots are not closed. We've put them on hold and on the back burner while we've been handling other things and getting larger. With that being said, we're in uneven teams right now. Nobody cares about that. Then we will look into creating the Alpha and Bravo teams going forward. Additionally, we will probably do a additional when to meet for the two groups for Glamour and Broadsword times to find out who should go where. And then it will depend upon, once we separate them, it'll be Alpha will be in charge of going to Broadsword, Bravo will be in charge of going to Claymore or whatever. That way we can split them up between. Yes, Narkin.
Okay, so with the Centurion stuff though, probably a whole lot of organization is probably going to shift. So is it worth kind of figuring that out after that stuff goes through as well?
That's actually
So-
a good idea.
Actually, I'm going to table. I'm actually going to say this. I don't think we should. I think we should go ahead and move forward with the TL idea, and then when if Centurion goes through, we will take a group. I'll ask for volunteers who want to go to Longbow main ops more than most. Like, I'm pretty sure Zakai would want to go and maybe draw because he had a lot of fun. And I'm just going to throw a name out here. Let's just say Narkin wants to go. And I'd be, okay, cool. You four are my team, or whoever is going to be attending Longbow ops more often. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Senior leadership of that will be take over. Okay.
So are we doing 2 teams?
2 teams.
Okay. And I think
Funny,
everybody
Hawk,
but like
yeah.
Turtle wanted to be a team lead, so we need to figure that out as well.
Yep. So we're gonna leadership's gonna go behind closed doors and try to figure out how to make this easy and available to everybody, as well as how big the teams are gonna be. And we'll do that after this or I'll tell you what, we will give you guys an answer by Sunday of next week. Okay, so that way it gives us a little bit of time to work on it, but it also gives us a deadline. Is everybody okay with that?
Yep.
You're
Okay. Finally, number 7. Could we include Seer Raider training since we are running with ARF? That's already been answered. ARF has already said that we're more than welcome to come and attend those trainings, both Phase 1 and Phase 4. Does anyone else have anything they want to bring up that they either you have a problem with, you're struggling, someone is... Go ahead, Zakai.
All right. Questions. With the Seer and Raider side of things, in terms of those trainings, do we want to go ahead and start working with Longbow just to see if we can just get those scheduled for the guys that want to go to that now, or do we want to wait?
I personally, because
Okay.
that's stepping more on Longbow's toes than anything else.
Yes,
You're just trying to
fair.
force it through, and it'll seem
Okay.
like we're just trying to yoink.
Yep. Okay. Fair. I agree. And then for if this goes through for the task force idea, are we gonna have like someone who is the like quote unquote lead of the arcs for the Longbow ops, or is it just gonna be like if there is a senior leadership there, that's who takes over?
Hog.
Just real quick, because I'm getting bugged about it by Angel. Medical kits and all that are getting updated as well. We're going to be changing medical kits. I'm going to try it out because medics are pissed off at us with our different medical kits. Narkin, you fucking
DM
caused a
me
headache.
which medics are pissed off, and I
All of them keep DMing
Break.
me. I am just getting annoyed.
Break.
What if they piss off
Okay.
about?
Break. Okay, we're gonna do this one at a time. Zakai, maybe, unsure at this time.
Okay.
Now, moving to the Hogs thing. What are you referring to that medics are pissed off about? What is
So we have 3 different medical kits.
Okay.
When medics are doing kit checks, they don't know what kit to actually look at. Another area that come up was some of the kits don't follow the guidelines that are designed for the stuff when we can carry it. So like we carry less than a CMC or something, a little CLS. Angel can talk more about it, but yeah, it's like we're really short in aspects, and then medics get confused on how to grade the ARC trooper who's filling in as a medic. So that needs the point to be covered. I just want to state that I've actually built a medic kit out with medics, and it fits our stuff perfectly. So I have that kit as well if you want to look at that in fucking server.
Flynn?
So, as far as I understood it, that me and Narkin had worked out, if they're filling in, they should be running the standard CM kit. CMC, my bad. And as far as what we're running as ARCs, Narkin, I don't. Is that like an issue? Like, do they care?
It's
Like, do they
awkward
just
that
not
they're using
understand?
rules I created against rules that I created. So it is weird in that regard. That's why I'd like to have a conversation with the medics, because, to be honest, they designed like 70% of the medical program with
Tell you
Firestarter and
what,
Boss.
Here's what we'll do, Blood. Me, Narkin, and Ven will sit down and discuss this at one point.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I'd probably get the platoon medics involved as well, though, Finley.
Okay. We'll do that.
We may get the 2 minutes involved afterwards, but I think we need to have a conversation with Vin as soon as possible to try to at least figure out where we stand. Because Vin is the one I originally created the idea with.
Right.
You created the rules, Narkin. But I think we need to go straight to the upper echelon before we can work everything out.
I think we need to echelon to the other platoon medics, otherwise we're just going to have the same problem with Vin saying yes, but them not completely agreeing because they didn't get a say.
Well, I hate to break it to you, Narkin. At the end of the day, this unit is a fucking...
unit?
No,
I
it is
agree, but we're in this problem because we did this already, and that's how we got here.
Well, they can get over it. We'll work on it. Vin, just give us 1 minute. Is there anything else that anyone needs to bring up or any issues that we have? Going once.
I'll bring up one last thing.
Okay.
Just be a pain in the ass. Can we bring back mandatory ops and like put in like some sort of notice?
What do you mean?
Like sort of get people, because we don't, because we used to, and a lot of people were just like, oh, it's a volunteer basis now.
I understand what you're saying. What do you mean mandatory ops?
So I feel like we got to encourage that one op, because I'm going to be honest, a lot of people come up to me and say, where is half of your people? I see these names and that's it. There's no one else going to any other ops. I feel like we need to encourage, like, just try to go to one op at least. Because we've really become volunteer.
With the creation of teams, mandatory ops will be created.
Okay.
Like that's why the team idea, and this is for everybody here, the team idea is created around Team 1 or Alpha Team will go to Broadsword Ops. Those will be your ops. Team 2 will go to Claymore Ops. Those will be their ops. Does that make sense? So whoever's in Team 2, your mandatory ops are Friday at 6 and Sunday at 3. And if you can't do either one of those, you should be in the other team.
What happens if you can only do one?
You can only do one. Do one.
All right. So we'll make it just one mandatory, and that's
1 minute. Yeah, it's like these are your
try to
two
show up
options
to your
to choose
section.
from.
Try to show up to your section.
Okay.
Even so, like, they're not going to see all of us, obviously. Like, even if everybody's going ops.
Well, there's a lot of people that go around and they still, like, there's a lot across the board. People have been questioning, like for example, they've been like, "Where's Flenley? Flenley hasn't been showing up." So, like,
Fair
is Flenley just out? Like that sort
I
of
should have
shit.
gone another way. That's my bad.
Yeah.
All right. So, does anybody else have anything else they need to bring up? or that you feel that we didn't touch on
Knock and
enough?
PTSD.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I already did that one. You're good.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Going once. Going twice. So the lady in red dress. All right, you're all dismissed. Thank you for coming. Narc and Hog. Huh?
I said Flame is expecting us, so please go fill in for Broadsword 2.
Yep, I'm already loaded in.
I gotta go deal with some other things. Sorry.
When you guys go, I'm gonna grab Flynn, Hog, Narc, and can you guys jump to my office right quick?
Sure.
User left your channel. User disconnected from your
I
channel.
love seeing the Arc.
User
I love
was
seeing
moved to
Lego
your
Arc
channel.
Trooper, man.
Okay.
I
love it.
Where's Narc?
Where's our form? Hang on, let me pull up the goddamn.
User was moved to your channel.
No permission for your office.
Okay,
Where's the
so
uniform doc at?
Vin,
Art docs.
it's also in the Discord for under all the info you need.
I don't do that shit.
Vin, are you here?
Yes.
Okay, so apparently I'm going to have Hog and Narga talk about this a little more. So you and I came up, we talked about medical stuff, we agreed with everything and seemed to be on the same page. However, apparently it's been brought to my attention by Hog and Narkin that the medics are pissed off at us and are demanding.
I don't really have much of knowledge about this blood. I'm hearing about this from Hog like yesterday.
It's not pissed off, it's annoyed more.
Okay, so Hog, fill us in, please, on what the fuck's happening.
So multiple medics have come up to me from across the unit saying that our uniform doc does not make fucking sense and they don't know how to kit check an ARC trooper when they fill in and what kit they actually should be looking for.
It's all
They should be looking for what the fuck the ARC is running it. They're
ARC base or ARC CMC.
That's what they don't know. There's which one are they running? That's the question.
Then ask the ARC if they
Ask
are
the
in a
ARC.
medical role.
And then the other issue is why is our medical different to everyone
Because
else?
the bag is tiny and we can't
But we've
fit
proven
shit in
we've
it.
proven it. We've proven it that you can fit a CMC kit into it. I've proven
Right, but we have to get rid of so much other
Nope.
stuff.
Nope.
Yes.
it. I put 10 mags and everything into it.
Okay, but can you run AT? Can you also do
For
support?
no, not
Can
for a
you do
base, not
Grenadier?
for a base like CMC.
That's what we're talking about, is the base kit.
Yeah, we don't
No,
care
the
about the
base kit's
CMC kit. The CSC kit, I put as much shit as I could. It's the same as the medical doc.
Well,
The
someone's
CMC
saying
kit
so.
is the CMC kit. We didn't change anything.
Well,
Yeah.
someone's bitching and it's not.
Well, then they're not paying attention and they're dumb. And it's got nothing to do with us. If we're
Yeah,
filling in
sir,
as
I've
a
gotten-
medic, hang on.
I've gotten
Listen. If we're filling in for GI as a medic, we run the standard GI CMC kit. It is no different from any other CMC kit.
With the exception of 2 splints, it's the exact same.
Oh, I'm sorry,
It's
the
the
splits, my
exact
bad.
same kit.
If we're not
copy-pasted
running
it.
medic and filling in, we're running the base kit. And if we're detached, there's one of us who's running the detached medic kit. Vin, I've posted the roster in case you want to look at it.
I'm looking at it right now.
And like I said, the ARC base kit is used when we're not a medic in any situation. The detached medic kit is only when we're detached. And the CMC kit is when we're GI and filling in as a medic. And it's the same as the normal CMC kit other than the 2 splits.
No.
Hog, this is why I'm like, I don't understand the
And
complaint.
I don't understand the confusion
I'm
either.
just getting yelled at from fucking 6 different directions.
So
I
tell
went onto
me
the
who
server.
it is, and I'll set them right.
I went onto the server. With Advisor, Angel, and Genetic. And I made a CMC kit. It worked. And I was like, alright, there you go. You can shut up about that. I said, I'll pass around, see if they like that. They're like, okay. And then, what else? Fucking. They wanted. What's his face? Angel brought up the thing saying, why does the ARC base have less bandages than GI and other stuff like that when we're supposed to be doing more?
Well, the ARC base kit, there's only so much room, and they have to be able to do other things like AT.
Yeah,
and Grenadier.
I know.
That's why. Look,
We
me
also
and Narkin spent like
sacrificed it.
4 hours one day going through this.
Yeah, we also sacrificed the bandages so we could basically, if we needed a resupply, we just jetpack and get one.
Okay, so I'm just going to do this. Hog, answer Vin's question.
Yeah.
So Vin, from what her said, it's been I've had Blue 2, I've had Genetic, I've had Advisor, I had Angel, but I fucking sorted Angel out when he came into Thingo. Those are the ones I can remember off the top of my head, but the boys have said other people as well, but I don't know who the other people are.
Is this doc public? Is it
Yes,
shareable?
it is.
It's attached to the main.
It's also
dock.
on your medical doc. I added it.
Cool.
So I don't know. A lot of one recurring thing that came in that says that someone said that medics didn't have a pitch in. That was one thing someone said. So
Narkin,
I don't know.
Narkin had a pitch in.
Then had a pitch in. Like it does. Why is it important that the medics have a say in what our
I
kits
don't know.
are in?
I don't know.